The Chiquibul National Park, home to hundreds of species of wildlife, plants and trees, is under threat. It is Belize's largest national park and it has been targeted for many years now. But it is with investments, such as one made on Wednesday by the Protected Areas Conservation Trust, PACT, for $100,000 that will ensure the park's protection and preservation. This is the Chiquibul National Park, a majestic expanse encompassing some 414 square miles of diverse natural wonders and home to such prized animals as the scarlet macaw parrot, the howler monkey, and lush forest timber like the mahogany and cedar. And that is just how conservationists want to keep it. PACT awarded the money to Friends for Conservation and Development towards that fight. Since 2005, PACT has been investing in the protection and preservation of the resources in the Chiquibul National Park, and its Associate Director of Grants, Natalie Rosado, explains why.
It's an area, as you all know, under a diverse set of threats, including illegal logging, illegal poaching, also the illegal extraction of other non-timber forest products. And so it's an area that's important for the National Protected Area System.
But their fight in doing so has met aggressive and almost undeterred infiltration over the past few years from poachers, illegal loggers, and chate extractors from across the Guatemalan border.
We have not been able to contain it. We have not been able to make an abrupt stop on it. Why has that happened? Because of the limited resources. If we are only 7 guys out there in terms of rangers being able to do it on the ground, thankfully now we work with joint forces, which is, of course, is really good, but it's vast, and it's a jungle. It's not like an open sea. Right. Here is very difficult to see, and because of the resources, then people are always encouraged and they are going to take the risk to come in.
And come they have over the past several years, and increasingly so with the passage of time. One Guatemalan we interviewed only a few weeks ago at a swearing-in for new immigrants told us that in Guatemala, things are scarce.
30% of the Guatemalan people are here in Belize today.
The problem is so acute that this shot from the summit of the Caracol Archaeological Reserve, located about a mile from the Guatemalan border, shows specks where deforestation has infiltrated Belizean territory. It doesn't stop there. In fact, chate cutters have the audacity to invade even the manned archaeological site, which is frequented by tourists. They go everywhere, and because their numbers are larger than our local human resources in the affected areas, they wantonly plunder at will.
Maybe the people are extracting all the seeds and no new plants are growing. And when these adults die and there are no generating plants, then the population will be wiped out of the area. No?
This is one of the species that is collected in the Chiquibul and across Belize. Across many of the protected areas, and there is a high market for this. The demand is so high that all throughout the year, people would come in to seek for this plant.
Just by looking at the trend that we see in the field, it says that the stack in the wild is very, very, very low right now.
And that is why Friends for Conservation has been doubling efforts and teaming up with relevant conservation groups to discourage that type of illegal activity.
We will be concentrating along the northern zone, which is more nearby to the Vaca Forest Reserve, and that is precisely more the northern flank of the Chiquibul. On the western end, of course, that's where we have the ongoing incursions and encroachments. And also one of our works for this year will concentrate on the scarlet macaw habitat, which is along the Chaleo Reservoir.
And this is why PACT's Natalie Rosado says that PACT and relevant government ministries are looking at ways to increase its award to Friends for Conservation and Development. But those grants won't materialize in the immediate future, at least not for this year. So until more resources are made available, it will take the will of these rangers and military forces manning the jungles near our borders to hold the fort for now. Reporting for Love News, I am Marian Ali.